No! We are currently loading the longest alt season ever, as defined by my weekly super trend. Right now, we are witnessing the Bitcoin dominance going up, friends. I have a juicy episode for you today. But of course, the first things we want to go through is the recent second Donald Trump assassination. So Donaldo, Ricardo Corazon community has been following this very closely. Okay, so Donald Trump had an assassin appear. This guy, I'll actually show you him now. It's this guy. It's not me, Kevin. It's this dude. He came out from the bushes. Pow, pow, pow! Shot towards somewhere when he was playing golf. Now, it's very suspicious because he was having a golf session and no one was meant to know about the golf session. So something weird was going on. Now, obviously, this is Donald here. So, obviously, this is the golf club. And what's been happening, friends? Well, Donald Trump responded 0 for 2. That was his response. Epic. He's basically saying, hey, you tried to assassinate me twice. How about that? Now, the guy who went after him is a crazy lunatic. And he's got all these posts here. I am flying to Ukraine to stand with them. Literally, this guy said, word for word, he said, I am willing to go die fighting to try get to Putin. Okay, so that's the type of crazed lunatic. Friends, just to let you know, man. Okay, look, we all have a good, deep knowledge, but they have technology, right? Biotechnology. They can make you do stuff and you don't even remember. You don't even remember taking the thing. I'm not saying every lunatic is like that, but we can't even believe everything we see. There's, crazy lunatic. Of course, there are some people who are nutty, but we know, man, if they were doing experiments in the 1960s, who knows what the hell they're doing now, friends? You know, when you take a Xanax, because it activates your GABA, you stop storing short-term memories. So for 4 hours, you don't store any memories. People have committed murders whilst taking a Xanax, a benzo. They've been on benzos all day. There's a woman, she ran over her ex-boyfriend, she killed him. She doesn't even remember. She literally doesn't remember. She passed the lie detector test and everything. She literally was not storing memories. So this is the type of sick, twisted world we are living in. But for now, we can celebrate that it seems like we're on the good team. We're the good guys. It seems like that, friends. So we are still battling away. We're going to, we've seen some tumbling around, Bitcoin moving through this September. Let's see how this narrative plays out. Now, what's coming ahead, friends, I'm so passionate to show you this. This guy on the right here, that is Campbell Harvey. Now, I made a video on him a long time ago, and it's actually here. Yield curve, false signal. Look at this. Here's Campbell Harvey in the top right. So this is over 1 year ago, friends. This is a long time ago. This was voice Sommi, audio Sommi.
Hello, baby doll sprinkles.
Hello there to you. Look at that. So I love Campbell Harvey, friends. He's actually he's pro crypto now. Now, I have the Charmander thing here. Yay. Now, why it's beautiful is he's there's 40,000 economists in the world. You don't need 39,999 of them. You just need him. Right? He's a gem. He's one of those national treasures, friends. He's like Richard Dolan of the UFO community. He's just he's so lovable and kind. He's gonna bring you cake. Friends, did you ever have a favorite? Did you ever have a favorite uncle who's always carrying a big Mars bar Snicker or one of the chocolates in his pocket? They always coming out and just feeding the kids. Yeah. You could tell he was him. He's like, hey, don't tell anybody else, right? So he's one of those uncles. Now, what are we talking about with Harvey Campbell here? We're talking about the yield curve. And before we even go into the yield curve, just read his crypto book. Now, who is Campbell Harvey? He invented the yield curve model. So he was the one who showed the whole world that there's a yield curve here. And what I'm going to do now, I'm going to show it to you. And he ended up doing all the analysis and everything and found out that this has a near 100% strike rate of predicting a recession every time it uninverts. And the US Fed and everyone caught on to it as well. So his work is pivotal. It's amazing. And look at the title of his book. DeFi and the Future of Finance. Preface by Vitalik, Lord Vitalik. So here's Campbell Harvey up here. Isn't that wonderful, man? He's turbo bullish on crypto, man. But he's your nice uncle. You know what I mean? He helps pack up after everyone leaves. He's that kind uncle. Friends, he's the uncle where he's like that. Everyone's got a family member like this where let's say there's someone else in the family, maybe their son's not doing too good. Maybe they need a bailout from jail. Maybe they just need money. Maybe the parents are struggling. He will like give money and he'll say, don't tell anyone about this. I don't want any applaud and praise. Just keep it to yourself. He's like one of those anonymous. You could tell. You could just read people, friends. He's like one of those guys. So you can say it's a gentle heart. Now, he's turbo bullish on crypto. It's just giving you the impression, man, he's a good guy, man. It's awesome. Now, he interviews Scotty. Now, Scotty, if you're watching, bro, sorry. that was the screenshot that landed on my screen when I took it. So Scotty's done an amazing interview with him, and they discuss what the yield curve is saying now. So I want to show you this. So on my yield curve here, friends, is the 2-year, 10-year. Now, one of these yield curve inversions was a fake out. Okay, one of them was a fake out in terms of it inverts. We didn't get a recession. We had a slowdown, and then basically we end up continuing later on. But the other times it did do well. Now we're in a very, very critical spot, aren't we, friends? So remember, this is all leading to the longest alt season of all time. So Campbell Harvey here, these are the important notes here. So we got the 10-year to 3-month yield curve has had 0 false signals. Okay, so the one I'm using here is the 10-year, 2-year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to the 3-month. And what I've done now is do it. So friends, it's US03Y. That's the 3-month. And I've actually got it here. So you type in US03MY. That's the 3-month government bond yield. If you press it, you have this chart here that appears right now. So this is going back all the way. Look at that. And now I've actually got it. It's beautiful. Goes all the way back to 1955. So this is the pure one. I think this has worked every single time. And you can actually see it, I believe, right here. It did not have this uninversion thing, you see? So I know these like, you're splitting hairs here. You are splitting hairs, but it's important when we go on. So as we continue, right, so we go back to Campbell Harvey. Okay, so in a nutshell, it does a lot of data research and everything, US housing and all the renting costs. He calculates his own inflation things. He's really awesome. He goes, all right, US Fed, they kept rates too high for too long. And I already tell everyone's panicking. Let's play some pump music because that's what you want, brother. Move! That's right. I'm a bull that moves, friends. The number one most bullish scenario for risk assets is when it's a man-made problem. Because they can just tweak it and fix it. You got it? So if they kept rates too high for too long and the economy's cracking, which is what it is now, they know what they got to do to reverse it. It's like a triple tick, friends. It's A+ friendship here. The one you don't want is that zombie virus, right? Even though it's kind of man-made as well, right? So you know what I mean? So that's man-made as well, but you get the point. That's like really erratic, chaotic and stuff. You don't want Middle East blowing each other up and sending oil up 300% in a month. Because then we're like in a recession for 3 months because no one can afford anything else. You get it? You don't want these probabilistic things exploding like the GFC. You don't want that. You want just man-made, couple of buttons, undo the buttons. That's slowing growth, and they know how to just put the global liquidity index up. Now, he believes CPI, the kippy, is heading below 2% based on all his calculations. He already calculated about the renting and contracts. He just does a lot of complex stuff. He's gone below 2%, which is what we've been saying, right? I've been saying like CPI is a scam. It's going to go back down, way down. And he says it's likely we go into a soft landing. Soft landing could mean recession. It could also just mean below 2% growth. All right. So, but here's the thing, friends. It's not enough to just know this. It's how the market reacts to that. Because remember, the stock market, it could just keep pumping because it's like, oh, we know what the problem is. We know how to fix it. But what it doesn't like is uncertainty. You see? So that's what we're going to obviously be, I guess, holding out to see what happens. Now, baby dolls, if we look at this Bitcoin dominance, why are we potentially loading the biggest alt season of all time, the longest? Not the biggest in terms of like magnitude, but like could be length of time where like a lot of things happening. All right. So Bitcoin dominance, as you know, has been running up for 609 days on the weekly super trend. You can see it flipped green here, right? Flipped green here. It's been going up only. It's never done that before. The one before was only like 530 days. And that's from 2020. That's when ETH BTC went up. So Bitcoin dominance went down and we had the DeFi season 2020. Now, it's wonderful to see this because we have enormous firepower for the altcoins. It really does mean that. And I know people are like, they're a bit confused out there because they're like, hey, I want the Bitcoin dominance to go down. Yes, I know, friends, but it's a slingshot, right? So we're still pulling it back. So the first thing we saw at the beginning of the year was Bitcoin rising, spot ETF. Okay, this Bitcoin dominance is still going. It's still going. See, friends, this is what the DeFi season was that year, and then this was the other alt season. We haven't even had one single alt season yet, pretty much. We've just had this Solana trash, which is like trash season, but you can't discount it. But in terms of magnitude size, it's small. So I got to remind you, I don't know how far the altcoins are going to go. I don't know which one's going to do a 30x, 500. We all believe our ones are the right one. You just don't know, okay? But because Bitcoin dominance has been going up for such a long time, the odds of us getting a long alt season is pretty big. Now, if I just had to just guess, you're like, hey, based off markets and just off the cuff guess, it's what I see happening, friends, is something like this, where eventually the Bitcoin dominance turns around. I don't know when. It could go up forever. It could go down. Okay, but eventually it turns around. It comes here, and then everyone buys Bitcoin too early. Okay, I have a feeling people are going to buy Bitcoin too early. I think Ethereum's third cycle curse will continue, and we don't get enormous pumps that everyone wants, the euphoria. We get growth. I don't think we get the euphoria that everyone's looking for. And I think in this panic, people just get back into Bitcoin and they trap themselves. They think, oh, well, it's over now. The alt season's over. And then I think in the fourth cycle of Ethereum, before the bear market's done, Ethereum starts climbing up. Now, why do I think that? I just believe, friends, not even believe. Okay, if Bitcoin is just another layer one, we're ahead of the curve. We're ahead of the market, understanding this. And we know that's eventually coming. People are going to have this awakening. Like, wait a minute, it's just another layer one coin. Yes, my friend. Yes, it is. Just like in stocks, why does a certain stock in an industry carry a higher premium than whatever? The market doesn't sit on that forever. If you're a company with a certain size making $100 million of profit per year, well, why is that one also making $100 million of profit a year? Why is it worth X amount? Why is your PE 30 and your PE is only 10? Why? See, you might say, oh, but you look like an Apple, you look like a Chinese copy. Okay, you can say that, but we know in crypto, friends, the Zoomers coming in, they're not respecting the elite level status of decentralization. Decentralization is just a freaking meme. Now, of course, we need it, but I'm telling you, it's just a meme. Okay, you've already got a seatbelt on in the car, bro. You don't need 9 seatbelts. Do you understand? That's what it is. Decentralization is a seatbelt. Okay, you're flying too fast. You don't if the government tries to crack stuff, okay, you survive. Sweet. You don't need 9 seatbelts and a helmet in the car. Yeah, it might help, but you see what I mean? Actually, even if you do need a helmet and you do need 9 seatbelts, what are people going to do, friends? They're just going to wear 1 seatbelt in the car. So that's what we're here to do. We're here not to put our own biases on the market. We're here to observe, okay, what are people on average doing? They are remaining friends. So that's why I even wrote it eloquently here. I believe there will be a point where retailers get trapped into buying Bitcoin too early on this chart. So that's the crash down here. And then another surprise alt-season shock comes at the end and makes it crack down even more. Of course, when moon, I don't know. Just be patient. So because we're having the longest Bitcoin dominance run up, I can just feel it, man. By the way, it's not just me guessing. Friends, this is what markets do. They give you extreme length before they go up. All right. This is others BTC. Now, friends, remember, we were hoping, not hoping, but we're guessing, okay, there could have been wave 1 and wave 2 of Altseasons. Right now, we're down here, okay? We're way behind. So we are having the worst altcoin season ever. It is possible that we peak up here, friends, okay? We peak up here, and it's not that euphoric, you see? And then we just come back down and people think, oh crap, alt season's over. And it just drags on for another year in the bear market. But then Ethereum goes on its 4th cycle run upwards. And then altcoins, friends, I'll just draw that for you. Altcoins, everyone thinks it's over, but altcoins start to go up into the Bitcoin halving. Now, why am I doing that? It's just because I've thrown in a bit of the cycle kind of breaking mixed with, I know alt season is coming, but what I've done is, I know no one really likes it. That's more pain, but not really more pain for you and me. It's more pain for people who enter expecting the big momentum push. Okay. So this part is instead of getting, in a nutshell, instead of getting like, I don't know, 20x on your whole portfolio here, it might be first you do a 3x, then you do another 2x. You know what I mean? Maybe it comes up here, comes back down, then you do another 2x like that. Okay, that's that deviation, that's the pain. But I mean, like after what we've gone through, just moving up is going to feel good. And of course, this doesn't really have to play out like that. We could still get a shock next year. We could still get one big mammoth alt season. But what I'm trying to do is just help prepare us for, like, as you can see it, man, everyone knows about the cycle. Markets price stuff in, okay? And they're moving narratives, they're moving coins. VC coins don't work. You know, we know something's going to crack. What's going to crack? It could be the 4-year cycle cracking. In terms of, we don't get super euphoric, and then the bear market's more shallow for alts. And then in the 4th cycle, Ethereum goes. But right now, Ethereum's cucked. You see, that's kind of how it works out. In my mind, how we play that. So we have altcoins and everything catching up, and then everyone thinks everything's going to go to zero, but it doesn't. It just rinses everyone out again before it shoots off into the next bear market, okay? Now, don't be worried because if we don't get super massive euphoria, there's no reason to exit. We might find, friends, like, oh, everyone's excited, but we didn't get super massive euphoria. So you don't really have to think about, you know, oh, no, what's going to happen if 99% happens. Now, I have this chart here, friends, and I have to make probably a whole new video on it as well, just to show you. So even a 5-year-old can see this chart used to go up a lot and then it's starting to go sideways. That is Bitcoin versus Nasdaq. Just Bitcoin, okay? But just to just give you like a bit of a teaser as to what the revelations are. Remember, the Nasdaq index is the tech stocks. You're buying more of the winner, you're selling the losers. Bitcoin's just one asset. So everybody in crypto, what do? They chart Bitcoin to gold. They chart Bitcoin to the Nasdaq. They chart Bitcoin to everything else. They don't chart the whole industry. They don't chart others. They don't do that. They don't chart others versus Nasdaq. It's very hard to, because the others index is like, it's changing so erratic. It's like there's 30, imagine out of the Nasdaq 100, 30 companies have been changed in 24 months. That's the others index because it's just so volatile. But the beautiful part is you can take two perspectives of that. One, you think, oh, crypto's too risky. Okay, you go buy government bonds. That's what they want you to do. Okay, for everyone else, I know that we're early. We don't even have an established index yet. So that's ultimately, friends, you put all of that together and you can feel it now, right? You can feel it with me that 609 days of Bitcoin dominance going up. Like, I want it to keep going. Go. Like, I don't even care how far you go up. Just stay there as long as possible. By the way, it's like it's extreme right now. It's already extreme. And only good things can come for this. Only good things. Because once this thing turns, friends, there's going to be revelations. Right now, people are blind. People are saying, well, Bitcoin, the way, the truth, the life. You have altcoiners. I hate to break it to you. Your coin will be worthless in 10 years. I know, friends, I've said this 3 times. I love reading it out right now. Bitcoin will be $1 million. You will have squandered. Look, man, by the way, he's a Wall Street guy, and he traded bonds just like me. It's kind of funny, man. He's initially a bonds guy. Gents, this is generational wealth. You get it? This is, friends, it's you and me. We're on this little life raft, okay? And we can see this island. It's the pirate island. There's mermaids, they're doing backflips, the coconut bra babies. We're almost there. And it's just a giant pot of gold right on the island. Okay, you can just see it. And we're just rolling there. Okay, that's us looking at crypto. Now, all these other guys out here, they have like 30 times bigger net worth than the average crypto guy. Okay, they don't have 30 grand to blow. They got 900 grand to blow. And these guys are late. But the best part is they think they're early. They think they're early to that, but they're not. They're not as bleeding edge, friends. But truthfully, they are bleeding edge because they know even more wealthy, slower people than them. So the guy with like 1 million net worth, there's like 100 million net worth people who are like super slow. They're like, yeah, I'm a real estate guy because it's real. Yeah, I like Manhattan. Those types of guys. Yeah, I like stocks. I own the company, balance sheets. Those types of guys, friends, they're still out there with a lot of the money. They haven't rotated in yet. What do you think is going to happen when those guys, right, they've got like 3 Zoomer kids playing Game Boys. They're going to be buying and trading crypto. These people, friends, it's literally the new Facebook. It's the new tech, the new Google. Everyone's using it. So you got to remember, retail moves first. The people move first and form the network. Then all that big money comes and says, oh, I want to own a piece of that. It's not the other way around. Whales don't go and splash in money into illiquid dog shit when it's super risky. For example, if you are a billionaire, you could be Ray Dalio, you could be Donald Trump, you could be any billionaire in the world, Elon Musk. You're not going to like the Sahara Desert in Africa, one of the villages, the tribes around, and just splurging $400 million to build a shopping center and buy real estate. That you know you're not. You're not doing anything there. There's no one there. Okay, there's literally just African tribes going around there, right? The little huts. You see? However, if you had a network of people, a community, a city there of millions of people, now they're going to think about something like that. Do you get it? But the people had to come in first. You see? And then they have to have the vision. Now, you and I are the people. We're in first. You get it? You're starting to get it now. Make sure you like, subscribe.